What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new, my name is Evan and I make videos about hot stocks, dividends, and options. So if that interests you guys, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. So today we're going to go over whether NIO is worth the hype right now or whether you should wait to buy in when they pull back slightly. But before we jump into that, I just want to take a look at their share price today. And as you can see, they've had a pretty big jump today. They're up nearly 5%. And they actually hit a high today of $20.25, which was an 8% increase. And this was just 1 hour after the market opened. So I think NIO right now is kind of getting a lot of traction from social media and things like this. I know for sure a lot of people on YouTube are covering NIO on a weekly and some on a daily basis. So this could be one of the contributing factors as to why NIO has been going up so much lately. Because even on the 1 week chart, they're up almost 10%. Which is pretty great when you compare it to the previous week, which was down 10%. So to see NIO and these other electric vehicle companies recovering, I think is a good thing to see. And as you guys probably know, how the market pulled back last week, and now it's just somewhat recovering back to where it was before. But it looks like these electric vehicle companies are recovering even more than the market is. I mean, NIO in the last week is up almost 10%. Tesla's up quite a bit. I'm not sure about Li Auto and Xpeng, but I expect they're probably up a similar amount as Tesla is this week. But here's what you guys came for, whether NIO is worth the hype right now or if you should wait for a pullback to buy in. One thing I think a lot of investors are looking at is that NIO, despite this pandemic that's been going around for quite a few months, NIO is actually somewhat thriving under these conditions. Not necessarily thriving, but their stock price has gone up the most during this pandemic than any other time. Now, a lot of people would argue that it's due to Tesla because Tesla had a big ride up and they hit all-time highs, and then they did the stock split. And then after the split, they hit new highs as well. And then in the last week or two, the market pulled back. But as of yesterday, it looks like the market's going to work its way back up to where it was, which is good to see. And it's good to see these electric vehicle companies also getting back up to where they were. So even though NIO reported great second quarter numbers, obviously they're not into the profits yet, but this was definitely enough for the share price to increase a significant amount. Now, this is obviously one of the catalysts that's driving the price of NIO up, as well as just an overall hype for the electric vehicle market. But according to the Chinese government, they're hoping that electric vehicles will represent 1/5 of the new auto sales by 2025. Now, if you compare that to 2019, electric vehicles in China accounted for about 5% of the Chinese vehicle market. So to go from 5% up to 20% in a matter of 5 to 6 years will definitely be huge for not only NIO, but all these electric vehicle companies. I think they're all going to be thriving within the next 5 to 10 years. As long as they don't go bankrupt by that time. The only thing is that a lot of people could argue NIO is trading much higher than they should be, because NIO stock right now is trading at 11.6 times the forward enterprise value sales. And if you compare this to the electric vehicle market as a whole, the whole sector is trading at only 1 times, which is the standard. Now, Tesla obviously is also trading at a much higher price according to statistics than they should be, but the stock market doesn't always make sense. Now, NIO could shoot up all of a sudden out of nowhere and go up to $50. Nobody really knows for sure. Now, the odds of that happening are very slim, but you don't know what the market is going to do. The market, even with good news, can be very unpredictable, and sometimes it'll go down with good news coming out and vice versa. When bad news goes out, sometimes the market goes up. But just looking at the statistics, at 11.6 times the standard pricing for this sector, you could definitely argue that NIO is overpriced right now. But on the other hand, you could also say that they're at a pretty fair price right now, because according to analyst predictions, in the next 12 months, NIO is going to be around $100. Somewhere in that $100 to $120 range is the median estimate by quite a few analysts. So right now, it's just hard to predict what NIO should really be worth. A lot of people think they're underpriced right now. Personally, I think they're at a pretty good price in the $17 to $20 range. But if you look at their second quarter deliveries, they delivered 10,000 vehicles, which was almost 200% higher than 2019. And the revenue from second quarter came in at $526.4 million, which beat the analyst predictions of $504 million. Now, this isn't profit, they're still far in the red. But if they keep producing numbers like this and increasing their revenue each quarter, they should be in the profits pretty soon. I would think within the next couple years. So besides just the deliveries at around 10,000 vehicles and their revenue at 526.4 million, second quarter, their gross margins finally hit a positive territory and their operating cash flow was positive as well. So the next thing after this is just to become profitable as a whole, to where this isn't just revenue numbers we're talking about, but it's profit instead. So with all three of these things, the gross margins in positive territory and the delivery numbers as well as the revenue, I think this easily backs up the price of NIO right now. And for third quarter, they expect deliveries between 11,000 and 11,500. And then I would think for fourth quarter that it would be even higher than this, because fourth quarter, most car companies deliver their most vehicles in the fourth quarter. So I would expect even higher than 11,000 in quarter four. So now a lot of investors are probably thinking that NIO can't really do anything wrong and that it's pretty much a win-win if you buy into their stock, because they have a long-term growth strategy, they have support from the Chinese government, and the local Chinese market is huge if you compare it to any other country. But according to this article, they don't think that this justifies the premium price that NIO is trading at right now. I think personally that it is justified and the price right now is a good price for NIO to be trading at, and I fully expect NIO to hit between $30 and $40 by the end of the year, especially with fourth quarter coming up. And like I mentioned, the fourth quarter should be the biggest for NIO, just like any other car company. And I think obviously Tesla should hit high numbers as well in quarter four. And if Tesla's share price is driven up, then NIO should follow in suit and follow along just as well. Like if you look just at the last 2 days, yesterday and today, Tesla went up and then NIO also went up. And also I compared a while ago that there was a couple weeks or so where Tesla and NIO's charts looked almost identical. So I hate to say that NIO is just piggybacking off of Tesla, but I think for the time being, that's what's going to happen. And I think they're going to follow along Tesla's share price just at a fraction of the price. So I think if you're bullish on Tesla and you think Tesla is going to go up in fourth quarter, especially once they release fourth quarter delivery numbers, then you should probably be bullish on NIO as well. As long as there's no bad news that comes out for NIO, they should follow along with Tesla. And that's where I see that $30 to $40 share price coming in by the end of the year. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Do you think NIO right now is priced at a good price? Or do you think they're over or undervalued right now? Also, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like because it really does help out the channel. And with that said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you back here in the next one.